want to officially welcome you to what is called Fit Family. I'm so excited to have you here, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me to be on this journey with all of us and to make a change for yourself. I think you're going to really enjoy it, and I think you're going to thank yourself in the end. So I want to just go over a few things here for you so that you can be prepared to start on Monday. All right, the 5 components I think are most important when embarking on this journey and to change your health and wellness would be nutrition is number 1. You cannot change anything if you don't change your nutrition. Nothing is inside of you or outside of you physically or even mentally is going to change if you don't focus on what goes into your body. So nutrition is number 1. Water is so important. Now, I have my Energize in here, but this is 25 ounces. I know how many of these I need to drink a day in order to fulfill my water goal. Rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces. However, I drink about 120 ounces of water a day, which is definitely not half my body weight in ounces. It's way more. So you'll kind of find what works for you. And I would say the base minimum is half your body weight in ounces. If you're working out a lot and sweating a lot, you want to up that. So this is my Energize, which is mixed in, which I call Mama Juice. And I usually have that in the morning with my workout. And then I sometimes will have one in the afternoon if I need to pick me up. But in between, I'm drinking water and I'm filling this with water and I'm having a lot of water. Sleep is crucial. Now this is the pot calling the kettle black because for the last month, my sleep has not been on point, and I really want to work on that. But sleep is crucial in order for our muscles to repair, for our bodies to be rested, and for us to be able to get up in the morning and actually do our workouts. Now, exercise is the next one. Exercise is what puts all of this together. Exercise is what allows us to feel good, to pump our heart, to get those endorphins going. And exercise in the morning is preferable. I would highly recommend doing it in the morning. If it doesn't work for your schedule, as long as it gets in, that's what's most important. Exercise in the morning is crucial for me because it allows me to have some time to myself to really set the tone for the day and to pump my heart. And I swear, I can wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I guarantee you if I do 30 minutes of sweating and exercise, I'm all good. And I can smile and be ready to greet my little ones when they wake up. Okay. Sleep, we already talked about exercise, and then finally, positive mental attitude. I am going to encourage everybody to do something for their positive mental attitude over the next course of these 21 days. So pick up a book, do a podcast, find a meditation, do yoga, say affirmations. I really, really, really encourage you to do something that's going to help set your mind in a positive tone. I call it personal development, and if you're not doing personal development, I think it's really hard to A, develop your brain into a positive mindset, but B, to feel good and to be happy. So please pick a book, a podcast, a meditation, something to allow yourself to really have a positive mental attitude. And on those mornings when you don't want to get out of bed, just think to yourself how you're going to feel and think to yourself all of the other women and men in this group are getting out of bed to do theirs, so you better get out of bed, right? Okay, self-care is huge. I also want everybody to focus on self-care. Are you going to take an Epsom salt bath if your muscles are sore? Are you going to give yourself some recover if your muscles are sore? Are you going to take a nap if you are dragging one day and you need just a power nap of 10 minutes? Are you going to go get a massage? Are you going to get a facial? Are you going to give yourself a pedicure at home? It doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be spending money, but there are ways, and that's a necessity to take care of yourself. Okay, so let's get started on a few things. First and foremost, I want everybody to go to Beachbody On Demand and go into your Beachbody On Demand. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And you're going to want to go to workouts, program materials, nutrition. You're going to want to explore there before Monday, okay? I would encourage everybody to print out their calendar. So this came with one of my packages, and this was for a kickboxing program called Core to Force, which I love. But the important thing is to print this out and hang it somewhere on your wall. I do not want you to just do it in your head and say I'm on day 3. I want you to visually see it. So print out a calendar and X off every single day when you do your workout. Because at the end of 21 days, if you have gotten all 21 days, you get a prize. And that doesn't mean over the course of 30 days. That means in 21 days, you got to get 21 days, right? So print out your calendar and have it somewhere where you X off each and every day. And feel free to send me a picture. I would love to see it. Okay, nutrition guide. Some of you are going to have a nutrition guide that comes with your program, and some of you are not. If you don't have one that came with your program, go to your Beachbody On Demand, pick your program. So if it's 21 Day Fix, go to 21 Day Fix Real Time, go into the program materials and print it or look at it there. But if you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix, you're going to get a workbook like this, which is awesome. You are going to go through every single thing you need to know in order to be successful with this. If you're doing 21 Day Fix regular and you get this little booklet, this is the gold that is going to get you to where you need to go. So first and foremost, you're going to want to find out if you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix and you're using containers, so you're using these little guys, you're going to want to find out what your calorie bracket level is. That's how you find it out. This is all in your back office. So to find that calorie level, you're going to go do your pounds and weight times 11, and that's your caloric baseline. Then you're going to want to add 400 to it. That's your caloric needs. Now your caloric needs minus 750 is going to be your deficit for shedding some weight. If you're not looking to shed weight, then you're going to leave it at the caloric needs of your caloric baseline plus 400. So this is all in this is going to be in your packet or in your On Demand. So if you go to On Demand, pick your program, go to program materials, and this is where you're going to find that, okay? Next up, you're going to want to know, what do these little containers mean? So purple is going to be our fruit. Yellow is our fiber-filled carb. Blue is our healthy fats. Orange is our seeds and nuts. Red is our protein, and green is our vegetable. So if you are doing Ultimate Portion Fix, not 2B Mindset, that's what you need to know. Now, let me show you. In your booklet or in your program materials, you're going to see, okay, everything I need to know about my red container. Those are all the things that fit into my red container category. So again, you want to be sure to go through your program materials and you want to say, okay, which container is this? What are all my carbs I can eat? Those are your carbs that you can eat. You want to make sure you're not eating white bread or empty carbs that are just going to slow your body down, because that turns to sugar and it doesn't do anything to fuel your body. Can you have wine? Very important. Yes, you sure can have wine. I would suggest no more than 1 to 2 glasses a week, and that's it. During these 21 days, if you can get it down to 1 glass a week or no glasses a week just to see how it goes, that's ideal. But if you're going to have wine, you need to save a yellow container for that glass of wine. 1 yellow container would be your 1 glass of wine. And it doesn't mean you can have 4 glasses of wine and count 4 yellow containers. 1 glass of wine would be equal to this, and you want to save this, so you're not going to eat your quinoa that day in this container. You're going to save it for your wine. You get more than 1 in a day depending on your calorie bracket. Okay, next up, your teaspoon. Everybody gets teaspoons in a day, so you're going to want to see what your teaspoon is for nut butters. If you like peanut butter or almond butter, that's where that category is going to be. Before Monday, you're going to want to take your weight, and you're going to want to put all of your statistics here for your measurements. Now, I know some of you are going to say, I'm not going to take my pictures, I'm not going to take my measurements, I just don't want to. But I really highly encourage you to do it. I didn't do it, and I so wish that I had those 3 years later so I could look back and see and say, wow, I really made some changes. Okay, tally sheets. If you're keeping track of your containers and you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix, you want to make sure you go through this. And you also can do this on your phone if you prefer to do it on an electronic basis. But so after I know which calorie bracket I'm in, I know that for me personally, I'm in category A. I get 3 of these a day, 3 vegetables a day. And I stuff this thing so full that I have to be able to put the lid on it, but as long as I can stuff in so much lettuce in there, that's the key. I know that I get, how many do I get? 4 of these a day. 4? That seems like a lot, but I guess that's right. I get 2 of these. So if I'm having a glass of wine, I only get 1 quinoa or whole wheat bread or whatever I'm gonna have. I get 2 of these, which is the fruits. Those are my fruits. I get 1 healthy fat, so this would be avocado or feta cheese. I get 1 seeds and dressing, and I get 2 teaspoons. So that would be my nut butter. Okay, so be sure to go through this entire thing on your computer, or if you have your hard copy already, please go through the program materials. That's what's going to make it successful. Now, as you can see here, I prepped a meal. So this is a salad that's in my fridge, and I prepped it because I knew that how many containers of lettuce I put in. I put in my seeds. Those are pumpkin seeds on top. I have not dressed it yet, but I will do that. I did not put any fruit in, but I will have fruit in here. But this goes in my fridge and it's all prepped and ready to go, and that is just, that's what my prep looks like. So on a Sunday, hopefully I'll have like 3 of these in my fridge and that will be ready to go. Now, if you are doing To Be Mindset, you want to be sure you dive into this journal. You want to be sure you watch all of the videos for either To Be Mindset or your Ultimate Portion Fix, and you dive into your booklet here. This is so crucial to understand. Okay, so again, we talked about nutrition is probably number 1 important. Water, you're gonna do half your body weight in ounces. Sleep, really try hard to get your sleep this 21 days. Exercise, crucial. Find a time when you're gonna exercise in the morning, and positive mental attitude. Now, if you can't get your exercise in the morning, afternoon, or evening is fine. Just be sure to schedule it in, and I would like everybody to tell me what time of day they're gonna exercise so I know when to check in with you. Okay, next up, I'm gonna be making a shake so you can see how it's made, and I'm gonna talk about that. But for now, dive into your program materials and let's see where it can take you. See you in a bit. I am back. So one of the main components of this program is Shakeology, and the reason it is because it has everything your body needs in a day to be fueled, to have vitamins, to have probiotics, to have all of the good food that we're gonna be putting in our body work in conjunction with all of the vitamins and minerals and nutrients and everything that's in Shakeology. So I myself told my coach when I signed up that, yeah, I'll try the 30 days free, but don't count on me drinking it very long. I'm not a shake person. So that was 3.5 years ago, and I can tell you the only days that I have missed are probably 2 because I had a stomach bug on 2 days. I swear by this. I had so many gut issues, and I thought I had reflux before, and just different things that I didn't feel right, and I started drinking this regularly, and I completely feel like the best I've ever felt in my life. So I am going to challenge you, if you haven't tried it, try it for 30 days and just see how you feel. Try it and use it as your sweet treat too. So I usually make it with water, almond milk, ice. I put some spinach in there. I put all kinds of flavorings in. So I have a whole drawer of all natural flavorings like caramel or marshmallow or mint. Put flavorings in, make them fun and exciting. And then I'll either put pumpkin puree or a banana or an avocado because it makes it really thick and creamy, and that's how I like it. So you gotta find how you like it, and then you gotta stick with it. Now each of you should have gotten a little booklet like this, and you can read about how they go and find the different ingredients and why it's superior, I believe, to any other shake out there. You can go to Costco and you can buy a shake and you can save a lot on it, but I guarantee you it doesn't have the quality and it doesn't have all of the ingredients. This is definitely not just a protein shake. This has all of your vitamins, all of your probiotics, all your prebiotics, everything you need. So this is a little tracker in the back of your booklet. If you want to use it, you can. It's kind of helpful, and you can just talk about how you feel when you drink it. But I want to show you something different. So I am not going to make it in the form of a shake today. That's how I always make it. I'm going to make it in the form of pudding because there are so many different things you can do with this. It doesn't always have to be a shake. So let me get my little spatula here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am actually going to, let's see, ounces. Okay, so I'm gonna quadruple this order because I'm gonna put some in the fridge and I'm gonna just let them sit there overnight and then eat them like one each day, or sometimes the kids like them, sometimes my husband likes them. So I'm gonna actually take most of this jar, except I'll leave a little bit at the bottom, or tin, or whatever this can is. Okay, so far what I have in here is I have I have water and I have pumpkin puree. That's it. So I'm making it in the form of a pudding. Remember, so if you make this in the form of a shake, which is what I usually do, but since it's been so cold here, I haven't wanted that freezing cold shake, so I've been making it in the form of pudding. So there are so many different recipes. Check out Alethea TrueFit by You, which is my website, and go to either Shakeology or go to desserts recipes. I make so much with this shake that it just is such a great tool to have to make different sweet treats. Okay, I'm gonna put in, I'm gonna put in 1.5 bananas. I'm making this 4 servings, remember. So if you're making 1 serving, I will give you the recipe, but you're not gonna put this much. This is for 4 servings. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so next up, I've only got a few ingredients in this whole recipe. I'm gonna make pumpkin spice, so this is pumpkin spice Shakeology, and again, I'm gonna make it into the form of a pudding, and for some reason, the pumpkin packets are so hard to open. Chocolate is the easiest. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1, remember I'm making 4 servings here, so that's 1. And I'm gonna just get my scissors. Okay, so I've got 1 in so far. I like to do that to get all the shake down on the bottom. And I'm gonna put in, so pumpkin spice is a seasonal flavor, and what they've been doing is adding seasonal flavors. So in November, the next seasonal flavor will be peppermint mocha, which I'm so excited about. Okay, so there we go. We've got our 3 packets of shake, but remember, I'm making 4 servings. So now what I'm gonna do, I always have a big tub of vanilla because I use this for everything. So I'm gonna add in 1 scoop of vanilla. So it's gonna be kind of a vanilla pumpkin pudding. All right, so there we go. That is ready to go. Now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to blend and scrape and blend and scrape and blend and scrape. So here we go. Okay, there we go. We're gonna do it on the batters setting. See how it works. So you have to be a little bit patient with this because we're going to just give it a little bit of a scrape now so that it can get mixed up, because you don't want to have all the shake in one spot, right? I mean, you could just you don't even have to put it in the blender. You could just mix it around. It's easy to do that too. All right, so that is pretty good in there. You can also, if you want to make it a little bit sweeter, you can add a little maple syrup or a little bit of honey, and that works really well to make it sweet. Okay, a little bit more here. Of maple syrup in, not much. I'm not gonna put much, but just to give it a little extra sweet flavor. But the shake itself is pretty sweet, so you might want to try it without and see how that goes. Okay, I'm gonna keep going here with just mixing and blending. The other thing I want to tell you about is you can make, so there is also a kids version of Shakeology, which is called Daily Sunshine. And we love that because it has 1 serving of fruits and 1 serving of vegetables in each scoop, in each serving. And so I'll make different things like kids smoothies. I will make ice cream out of it. I will make bars, and I'll make popsicles, all kinds of stuff. So. Okay, so that is pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is, remember, I'm going to divide this between 4 bowls because it's 4 servings. And every time you have your shake, that is 1 red container. So every time you have your shake, it's 1 red container. Now keep in mind, if I put a half a banana in, I need to count 1/2 of a purple as well. If I put nuts in, you're going to want to count your nuts. So whatever you add to it, you're going to want to count that container. Excuse me. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. Now. All right, so now I'm going to just divide it. Can you see that? Divide it between 4 different bowls. And hopefully I am dividing it equally. There we go. And you can see it's very thick. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put it in the fridge. I'm going to put a little bit of pumpkin spice on top. And then I'm going to let it sit for a couple hours. And then even, tomorrow and the next day I have my shake already made if I want it in the form of a pudding. So there we go. Okay, now I'll finish that one in a minute. But what I'm going to do next is just put a little bit of pumpkin pie spice on top, just like that. And that's ready to go. Okay, that's all. So just wanted to show you that there's lots of different ways to use your shake. You don't always have to drink it if you're cold in the wintertime and you want to make it in a different way, you can. You can make it in the form of a mug cake. You can make it in the form of little energy bites. You can do all kinds of stuff. And there's lots of different ideas on my website, so be sure to check it out. But here we go, pumpkin pudding, voila. Okay guys, I will see you in a bit for the next one.